Friends, so I am here with the next video of chapter 3, acid bases and salts. In my previous video I explained you about the salts and the type of salts. In this video we will do the preparation of soluble and insoluble salts, but before that I would clear your doubts regarding the salts, whether they are soluble or insoluble, because many students have asked me how to know whether the salt is soluble or not. For that we have to learn this table. Very easily it is given in your book, also it is given. So just start understanding the table about the soluble and insoluble salts. Okay, so first we will know about all the soluble salts, and the exceptional case will be for the insoluble salt. Coming to the first point, all the salts of sodium, potassium and ammonium are soluble. It means all the salts, for example, if I am telling you all the salts of sodium, it means sodium chloride, sodium nitrate, sodium sulfate, sodium sulfite, sodium sulfide, sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, sodium acetate. So all the salts of sodium are soluble. In the same way, all the same salts of potassium as well as of ammonium are soluble. So if you have any doubt about a salt, to know whether it is soluble or insoluble, you can easily select the sodium, potassium or ammonium salts, because you can be sure that yes, the salt which I have written is a soluble one. Okay, so all the salts of sodium, potassium and ammonium are soluble. Coming to second, all nitrates and nitrites are also soluble. All the metal nitrates, any metal nitrate, sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate, magnesium nitrate, calcium nitrate, zinc nitrate, copper nitrate, lead nitrate, all the metal nitrates as well as the metal nitrites are soluble. Next, all chlorides, bromides and iodides are soluble except of mercurous chloride, silver chloride and lead chloride. If we are discussing the solubility of chlorides, bromides and iodide, then remember all the metal chloride, bromide and iodides are soluble except of mercurous chloride, mercury 1 chloride or mercurous chloride, silver chloride and lead chloride. For lead chloride, one more important thing to know is lead chloride gets dissolved when heated. Okay, so if you are dissolving lead chloride in water, it will remain insoluble, but on heating it will get dissolved. So lead chloride becomes soluble on heating, otherwise it is an insoluble salt. Coming to next category of sulfates. All the sulfates, all the metal sulfates are soluble except of three: calcium sulfate, barium sulfate and lead sulfate. Except these three sulfates, all the other metallic sulfates are soluble. Okay, calcium, barium and lead sulfate are insoluble. Now the last and very important point, all carbonates, sulfites and phosphates are insoluble. Every metallic carbonate, sulfites and phosphate are insoluble except of sodium, potassium and ammonium, because you know all the salts of sodium, potassium and ammonium are soluble. So their carbonate, sulfite and phosphates are also soluble. But for other metallic carbonate, sulfide and phosphate, they are considered to be insoluble. Okay, so these are the information about the soluble and insoluble salts. Now we will start the preparation of soluble salts first. Yes, coming to preparation of soluble salts. So first method for preparing soluble salt is direct combination. You know, when two elements combine to form a single product, that process is known as direct combination. So these three salts can be prepared by direct combination. When we combine sodium with chlorine directly, the product will be sodium chloride. When we combine iron with chlorine, the product will be ferric chloride, FeCl3. Remember, ferric chloride can be prepared by direct combination, not ferrous chloride. One thing I would like to tell you, please don't think that all the salts can be prepared by direct combination. No. Different salts can be prepared by different methods. So you can't write the example of any salt under the type of preparation. If direct combination is given, it's better to give only these three examples, that sodium chloride, ferric chloride as well as aluminum chloride can be prepared by direct combination, because in your exam that method of preparation is also asked. So for example, a question comes, write the method of preparation for aluminum chloride. Then you can write direct combination. Sodium chloride, direct combination. Ferric chloride, direct combination. But for ferrous chloride, FeCl2, it is not direct combination. For that we will follow the next method, that is simple displacement. So first method of direct combination. Second method of preparing soluble salt is simple displacement. You know what is displacement? Active metals which are above hydrogen in the series can be added to dilute acids and they form soluble salts by displacing hydrogen. And you also know that we are using moderately reactive metals here. We are not using highly reactive metal to avoid the vigorous and explosive reaction. So we can use zinc, we can use iron, we can use magnesium. The middle range of metals can be used for simple displacement reaction. So you can prepare zinc. You can add zinc to any acid, H2SO4 or HCl, but you know, for displacement we generally avoid nitric acid because it will oxidize hydrogen to water. So we can add zinc to HCl, it will give you zinc chloride and hydrogen. Agar H2SO4 lete, then product will be zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Then iron on adding to sulfuric acid will give you ferrous sulfate and hydrogen. Iron on adding to dilute HCl will give you ferrous chloride and hydrogen. Okay, so ferric chloride was prepared by direct combination, but ferrous chloride can be prepared by simple displacement. So these are some salts which can be prepared by simple displacement. Now the third method is decomposition. You know, some salts of weak acid. We have already studied in a topic of acids. Generally when we were doing the properties of acids. So dilute acids, they have the property to decompose carbonate, bicarbonate, sulfides, bisulfides and sulfide. I hope you remember that. So in that process also we are preparing the salt along with the other product. So decomposition is a type of reaction in which salt of weak acids like carbonate, bicarbonate, sulfides, bisulfides and sulfides, they are decomposed by dilute acids to give soluble salt as one of the product. Other products will also form, but one product will be in the form of a soluble salt. So let's start the process. So before writing the equation, first you think that carbonates, sulfides and sulfides are insoluble salts, as we have studied just now. So in that case, always remember that we cannot convert an insoluble salt to another insoluble salt. So for this equations or example, we should be very careful in writing the equation, because you know that all the carbonates, sulfides and sulfides are insoluble except of sodium, potassium and ammonium. So if we are using, or if you are giving the example of sodium and potassium, then there is no problem. You can give the reaction with any of the acid, because you know that sodium, potassium and ammonium, carbonate, sulfides are always soluble. But if you are using the carbonate of a metal other than sodium, potassium, then you have to be careful. So we will discuss one by one. So on decomposition of carbonate by dilute acid, I hope you remember the products. Whenever carbonates are decomposed by acid, the product will be salt, water and carbon dioxide. So sodium carbonate on decomposition with HCl will also give you HCl se decompose kar rahe, then salt will be of course sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Same product you will get when bicarbonate will be decomposed. So sodium bicarbonate with HCl, again the salt will be same, sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. On changing the acid, the change will be observed only in the nature of the salt. If you take sulfuric acid, then salt will be sodium sulfate. If you take nitric acid, then the salt will be sodium nitrate. The other two products will remain same. Coming to another example of carbonate, calcium carbonate. Now, calcium carbonate is an insoluble salt. So, we have to decompose it only by two acids, either HCl or HNO3, because we have to avoid the use of sulfuric acid, because you know, just you have seen that calcium sulfate is also an insoluble salt. So if you use H2SO4, then the product will be calcium sulfate. So such reaction is considered to be practically impossible because we cannot convert an insoluble salt to another insoluble. So we have to take any of these two acid, either HCl or HNO3. So as it is a carbonate, the product will be salt, water, carbon dioxide. अगर हमने HCl लिया, then salt will be calcium chloride, and if you are taking nitric acid, then the salt will be calcium nitrate, water and CO2. Now decomposition of metal sulfides. As carbonate, bicarbonate will give you salt, water, CO2. In the same way, metal sulfides and bisulfides on decomposition with acid will give you salt, water and SO2. Okay, the product, the observation will be sulfur dioxide gas will evolve. So calcium sulfide, when added with dilute hydrochloric acid, it will decompose to give you calcium chloride, water and sulfur dioxide. And then bisulfide, potassium bisulfide on adding dilute HCl gives you potassium chloride, water and sulfur dioxide. In the previous example, again, as we have taken calcium sulfide, which is an insoluble salt, so here also we have to use either HCl or HNO3. We can't use H2SO4 to avoid the formation of calcium sulfate here. Then decomposition of metal sulfides. Sulfides on decomposition by dilute acid will give you only two products, salt and H2S. In decomposition of sulfides, water is not formed. So potassium sulfide on decomposition with HCl will give you potassium chloride and H2S. Zinc sulfide on decomposition with H2SO4 will give you zinc sulfate and H2S. So in this, all these equation and reaction are very important because question can be asked in different ways. First, the easiest question, write an equation in which you can prepare a salt from a salt. So any of these equation you can write because we are preparing salt from a salt. Then how can you prepare salt from acid? So again you can give the same equation. We are preparing salt by using acids. Okay, so acids are decomposing a salt to give you another salt. Then if the question is about observation, what will you observe when carbonates are decomposed by dilute acid? The observation will be brisk effervescence will be observed with evolution of carbon dioxide gas, which turns lime water milky. For observation, I told you many times, no need of equation, only the color, the smell, the evolution of gas has to be written. Now what will you observe if sulfides and bisulfides are decomposed by dilute acid? When sulfides and bisulfides are decomposed by dilute acid, the product will be salt, water and sulfur dioxide. So observation will be, again effervescence will be seen with evolution of sulfur dioxide, which gives smell of burning sulfur. Actually हमें effervescence तो बताना ही है क्योंकि dilute solution के through gas बन के आ रही है, then effervescence will be there, but you have to give the identification test of the gas also. CO2 निकली है, कैसे पता है CO2 है? As it turns lime water milky, the gas evolved with CO2. Then here sulfur dioxide has the identification of the smell. It has a smell of burning sulfur. So when sulfides and bisulfides are decomposed, the sulfur dioxide gas gets evolved, which has the smell of burning sulfur. And in the last category, decomposition of metal sulfide, smell of rotten eggs. Here we will not write the effervescence. The word effervescence will not be used because just we can easily write the evolution of H2S gas, which has the smell of rotten eggs. Okay, rotten egg smell will be observed along with the formation of salt. Okay, so a next method of preparation of soluble salt will be neutralization. Once again, let us revise. We have done two methods of preparation. Three methods. First method was by direct combination, next by simple displacement, then decomposition of carbonates, bicarbonates, sulfides, bisulfides and sulfides we have done. Now coming to neutralization. You know, neutralization is a process in which acid react with base to give you salt and water, and in neutralization the salt is always a soluble salt. Okay, but neutralization we have to study in two categories. acids, you know, acids are only water soluble, but for base, you know that bases are water soluble as well as water insoluble. So neutralization can be explained in two different ways. Of course, it is reaction of acid with base, but we can divide into two categories. First, when acid react with soluble base, the process is specifically known as titration. इट इज़ न्यूट्रलाइजेशन, ये न्यूट्रलाइजेशन है क्योंकि एसिड और बेस का रिएक्शन है टू गिव सॉल्ट एंड वाटर, तो वो न्यूट्रलाइजेशन है. लेकिन एक स्पेसिफिक वर्ड यहाँ पे हम यूज़ करेंगे टाइट्रेशन, इफ़ इट इज़ अ रिएक्शन बिटवीन एसिड एंड सॉल्युबल बेस. ओके, and next category of neutralization is when acid react with insoluble base, then it is only known as neutralization. So in my next video I will explain you titration, and I will also tell you why this process is a little bit different. So we give it a different name, titration, and the next will be neutralization.